Live. Live. Yes, because there's no TV. Where's the TV gone? TV remote. TV remote. Terribly. No. Remote. Doku desu ka? There you are. Oh, you should be coming out the headset. Alright. Yeah, I think it's all good. Controllers, there's one here. Oh yeah. Hola, hola. Okay. Shall we quickly do a war daily? By the way, I've had a haircut. This is a haircut stream. Oof. Haircut stream. Ugh. I think they made it a bit too short for my liking. Totemo. How do I say tired again? I always forget how to say tired. Tired is sukarate. Totemo surakate. Sukarate. It's because it's so long. Sukarate. Totemo surakate. Watashi wa surakate. Boku wa samurai desho. Naruhodo ne. Naruhodo ne. Let's just do a wish. We were trying to snipe this sword. One wish on sword. 51. Yeah. I'll probably just save for the next banner. Giving David all the sweet, sweet content he needs while I'm gone. I'll do it on. I'll talk about it on a different stream. That does remind me, I do need to catch up on archiving these videos. I did some, but I just... That's why there's like gaps, like some like from, I think it's like February 7th, February something. But it's because it's not like I'm doing a shit ton in one day. Although, it's just that I'm just, yeah, doing them all in one batch. That's why I want Horizon done, so I can finish that batch. What's this? Oh yeah, we were doing that anyway. Let's finish Horizon. I don't know if I can finish these 10 before I leave. Oh yeah, Sparking Zero. I bought Beast Gohan. Let me show him off. Do you remember when we used to do Sparking Zero videos? See, look, we just went from Wuwa to Spark Wuwa, and now we're going to Sparking Zero, and then we're going to Horizon. I don't know if this will actually be the last Horizon stream, because David will probably be back around 10:30. We'll see if I can how much I can get done in an hour. Like in my home city today, we found an arcade, and I didn't realise it was there. Apparently it opened up in October, but I didn't realise it did. It was really good. Challenge special missions. I did a little bit of this.
Would you like to test your strength?
Time attack. These are all time attack.
How goes your training as of late?
I just want to show off Beast Gohan. Screw it. I guess in. Oh yeah, intermediate. Do I remove him? How do I remove? Oh, there we go. We just need Beast Gohan. It's the Broly Beast Gohan challenge.
Sorry, but I don't plan on losing to you.
Some of the things he says is fucking wild. Beast Gohan has no chill. Oh fuck. Oh, but it is still Broly. I forgot how to block very well. Go for it.
Try to finish this. A present just for you. All you got.
I did something. Oh, is he going super?
Blink and you'll miss it. Say your prayers.
He's going for it. Yes.
Into one shot. Special beam cannon. Wide open.
Oh. Definitely a menace. Oh, fuck.
Try to finish this. Blink and you'll miss it. Wide open. Right there.
That finished it.
At least we both had fun.
Jesus Christ. They went hard with that Beast Gohan. I don't think I got anything. So you know what? I haven't played one of the robots yet. Let me play one of them, and then I'll do a Horizon. Let's play Gamma 2. Yeah, I should have just done a Dragon Ball stream. Oh well. Maybe I will at some point.
Who am I up against now?
I actually haven't played Gamma 2 properly yet. Oh, he can't charge, he's an android. Okay. Wait, did he charge it? Wait, do androids have to wait till we fully... He's gone Super Saiyan already.
Let's hurry up and do this already.
What's going on?
Let's see who's faster. I win. And pose. Let's go.
I want to see his ultimate, Broly.
Come on, give me something to work with. Time for the
What will this do? Oh, what? It's an explosive wave. Are you serious? Well, what happened? Oh, it's a self-destruct. Oh, wow, I did not know that. Alright, let's play Orange Piccolo. Last one. Then we'll play Horizon. Last where? Let's go this Piccolo. In fact, we'll just go straight into Orange.
Shenron gave me quite a bit.
Jesus, he's more red
Sorry, but
from
I
the back.
won't hold back.
Holy sugar. Two big boys beating the shit out of each other.
For the pride of the Namekian. Stop squirming around.
What the fuck's going on here? Oh shit.
Take this. Special beam cannon.
Wait, what? Oh, is it because I can... Should we go gigantic Piccolo?
Right, forgot about that. Don't worry, it just got bigger, that's all. I'll end you.
Oh, sugar.
No more playing around. I'll grind you into I'll end you.
I want to see his ultimate. Yeah, I don't think that works on me, Broly.
I'll grind you into dust. Time to finish this.
Oh fuck, what's happening here? No, it worked.
It's over.
I thought it'd do more damage. Unless he had way more HP than I realised. What's Mighty Fist?
This is my full power.
Okay. Well, that finished it.
The next time I see Shenron, I'll have to say thanks.
Anyway. Now we play Horizon.
Oh, hey, Dad.
I gotta put it back in. So I was playing some Sparking Zero earlier, or the other day. Bitch. Controller. It was only 50 minutes of the stream, at most. Too much work, not enough play.
What's this thing?
What is this? Oh yeah, we just finished this last time, didn't we? Alright, I'll finish this quest and then I'll focus on the last one, mainland one.
It's a machine lore. Well, that explains all these machines.
Yep.
Why put it here?
I don't know.
My focus might show me more. The rebels had a large operation here. There has to be something else that'll tell us what was going on.
I thought I saw some equipment over by the falls. I saw some equipment on the cliffs near the
Machine
falls.
scrap and broken corruptor components used for overrides. Were the rebels testing them here?
So all these dead machines are what? Failures?
Maybe. Use for these soon enough. It's a message from an Osram. It sounds like they were helping the rebels. It says the rebels were about to leave, but decided to guard the dam after the water started to clear.
They saw an opportunity and seized it.
Well, we're not worried about running out. One hit from this thing could do a lot of damage.
There's one of these at the Grove, in the arena. To put down machines.
I think I know what happened. The rebels were luring machines here so they could override them. But they couldn't get them all. So they killed some with the ballista, forming the dam. Once they realized it was blocking clean water from flushing away the blood choke, they decided to stay and protect it.
Spineless cowards! Poisoning us until we waste away? The dam. Can you break it?
I'll take a look. I should scan the dam. Might show me a weak point.
Come back, Aloy!
I might be able to pull part of the dam open. Expose the sack.
Don't think I can follow
There's
you
the
there.
sack. It's gonna take a powerful shot to blow it up. And I can't do both at once. The ballista.
Ateka, can you fire a bolt from the ballista while I hold this thing open?
I'm on it.
Let's hope this works. This works.
Hold it!
Nice flying.
Ha ha. We did it. Ateka?
It's gone. After all this time, we're finally free of the poisoned waters. Thank you, Aloy. I must return to Thornmarsh. Meet me there when you can. You deserve a proper reward.
There's Thornmarsh. The rebels must have been spying on them. Might be a nice glide down. Looks like the water's cleared up around here. I should find Ateka.
Walking on it. Hikaru's on it. Understood, sir.
Regardless campaign. Greetings, warrior. You up for a game strike later? Okay.
If you think you've got what it...
Hikaru commands.
Aloy, I was just recounting your deeds at the dam.
Our deeds. We did it together.
True enough. Look around. Thornmarsh is free of the blood choke. We don't have to live in fear of the poison.
It feels like for the first time in months, we can wash our wounds with clean water.
And how are you feeling, Zella?
Ready to hunt.
Not yet, little warrior.
I promised you a reward equal to your deeds. I cannot think of anything more fitting than this.
Thank you.
Wherever your travels take you, Aloy, may you always fly on the wings of the Ten.
Courage serves you well. You've earned your honor.
What
Making sure you hang this up.
Yeah, it needs to be hung up. Yep. Just put it on the door. Back now.
Right, we're going bed.
Night.
Alright, love ya. No nights.
Night.
I should loot all these dead machines. See if they have the parts I need. Trying to get the parts I need here. Better try another location. I'll put these in my pack. There's another cauldron out there. later for sure. I better loot all the carcasses here. Might have the parts I need. I'll pick these up. I need to find another herd and get the parts I need. machine carcasses here. Didn't get the parts I was looking for. I'll have to go to another site. Pouch is full, but my pack has room. grab this now.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Katalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia tracked it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Yuna. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Aloy,
You look busy.
my studies are a good distraction. As Varl. And that's just the...
We won't let...
Oh, I didn't really...
Thanks, Alva. Have you looked through the data we...
There is much to... But I believe we'll be able to... And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered. The Overseers, but Pharaoh, his greed led the archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, When we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all, but in the end, the truth, it's, no, as Eileen, but it's, and the,
I should be ready to...
I won't let,
I know.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tanakh.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh. Good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I. Do you think Zoe will be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. Metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous, but I can see why you two hit it off.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means.
And what about Katalo?
Ah, now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Katalo tries to take up. Do me a favor.
I'll do my best.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and... further east, to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant blooms wither, roots rot.
I'll try to visit again. When I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
Clean my gear later. I could do yours if you want.
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain. Feel this frost down to my... Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolnecs. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head. Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Just got over it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! Get used to that. There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now on to the grove. Pulse from Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala. Go.
over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here goes.
It's Aloy!
She flies on the wings of the 10.
The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hakan. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How is that possible?
Regala!
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're on top of a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
This fight is just beginning! It's like fighting a watcher! Always the same! Don't give up the pain! Use it! You're not... You must have some courage!
What? I was running away.
I will do what has to be done! Face me, coward!
Wow, that must have done some damage.
can keep going.
I will paint this hallowed soil with your blood. Is this all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd spit it out. This is where it ends.
Yeah, it is.
Come to me. I will tell all how vainly you gave your life. Is this how you give up your life? I'll slit the muscles from your body and hang you from a tree. You die here and now! Child of the weak!
more.
that braided head from your body! Drown your blood! Here I am again, on my knees before bootlicks and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die. After all that you've done, I can't let you live.
Finally. Reclaim your...
Blood for blood.
Guess that's over then.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Regala's bow. May you always strike true with it.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Eloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. is, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no, you first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Yeah?
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything... All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
Did you see Katalos and bones? I never thought I'd see metal bound to flesh in that way.
Yeah, he seems happy with it. Probably because he could crush me like a grape with it.
That is a happy thought. Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point whenever you call.
Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. How'd it go with the chorus after we fixed the land?
They were shocked when I told them. I thought Fane, but of course, even if it to be
Have you talked to any of...
Aaron and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and... but he never truly succumbed. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it meat. A must-see battle. You'd think we have enough of that going around.
You and Aaron seem to be on...
He may have terrible taste in music. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break...
Try not to hurt... I should go.
Before you do...
What is it?
You place this focus in my care. And if I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So...
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come...
Aloy, aren't we meeting at the beach near the Zenith base?
We are. We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals. I can hear the drinking songs already.
Varl made the right call.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Dron's palace?
Well, First, she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. You know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, I worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Cthulhu.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point.
I wouldn't have it any other.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as
time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me. Cultural artifacts of, in truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. I thought if she could experience it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the science data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but she needed its shelter.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths, that you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. This and the little trick I pulled to save you.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he
So, Eric, Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of he found success with clientele that required him more. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. All for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages, as though I suspect with diminishing.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Remember, we need to get Silent's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take
The coming battle won't be easy.
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you. All that remains is to follow you to the end. Whatever that will be.
We're lucky to have you on our side.
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
Haven't I already done that?
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the hoping.
Good luck. I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but it seems like it was enough. For a while, at least. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always. Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away. With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, it is not a battle I am going to win.
Before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
Oh?
I just know they meant a lot to me.
It's...
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work, if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
Suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truth. Probably both.
The rest of us should be enough of a Zeniths for you to hack into their network, but you'll have to be quick.
What exactly?
I don't know. I hope our new guests have been behaving.
Silence. He's the one who...
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our... spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can... Zoe and Erend seem to have taken... But I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you?
I don't know. We won't let the Zeniths get away with what they've done. And you?
Nervous?
Don't worry. Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics. I recall reading about robotic limbs with Bud. I know technology like that would think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family...
Replacing body parts as they grow older.
Exactly.
I want you to know I'm glad...
Whatever happens, I never thought I'd get to actually...
Come on, do I... Kotallo will protect you.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo will if we die doing so.
I'd rather you both stay...
We'll try and...
I need to get...
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us...
There's a lot of stuff in here now. Ulvas, Errands, and Katalos, I'm guessing. Oh. I guess this door's unlocked now. Gaia gone. Oh, looks like I can open that door now. There's more machinery in here. The vault. I found a locked door behind the vent in the basement. Wonder if that's it. Oh, looks like this device connects to that console, but it needs power.
Guess you wait, Barr. We're taking those space lights down.
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes. Even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hikaru.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tanakht. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of my team worked with an expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence. Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.